kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete, right side to Lazard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. Every now and then you bring that pressure out and make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. First drive coming up here for this New Orleans Saints offense. And leading about at quarterback here in 2021 in his 7th NFL season, it's Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, if you have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football, the concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
They go play action. Winston. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And how about for Alvin Kamara? Another great year that he's coming off as an all-around player, but especially as a pass catcher. 81 receptions each of his first 3 NFL seasons. Last year added 2 more to finish with 83, the most by any running back in the NFL. An awfully dangerous man in the open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake, Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
Yards from the end zone, first and goal. Play action now, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson there to make the grab. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from that coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there. And
you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Able to find Lazard, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the save.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. McCann's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here's Harris to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Second and 11 now. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st down, Jones breaking from the contact. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. McCann's kick up and good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now pass there over the middle to start things out. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. Went up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Winston. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st down, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Winston. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
From what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Getting set to go again on the offensive side, Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to Lazard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. McCann's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
3 down.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Colin Kaepernick, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Sam Darnold, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw again on second down, Winston. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On play action, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Jameis to throw it. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play fake. Winston. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go play action. Winston. For left side, complete to Troutman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Cobb. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it. Still doing it at a high level. A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's Cobb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Here's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Winston now to throw on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. This is caught with a catch right side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. On play action, they'll throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 79 yards. And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston. And this is a beautiful throw right here.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
What's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Rodgers on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And our focus now moves to Randall Cobb. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's brought down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make this a second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Dancing to his left, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Winston and the Saints now down 23-20, a minute 39 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here first and 10. Now Winston. Pass complete, Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Here's Winston. It's complete, Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Winston to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Winston. Over the middle, it's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any high hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here's Harris to return it. And he returns this to the 22. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Second and 11.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 51's the mark, boys. 51.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach, because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
Here comes the Saints punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And they have regained the lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through.